Last year, you and I dove into the world of Elder Scrolls with Elder Scrolls Online on the PC. Today, we are firing up our PS4s and going back to Tamriel with Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Unlimited. This is the PS4 version of the MMO. And you know, sometimes MMOs don't work super well on the console. What did you think of Elder Scrolls Online and how it plays on the PS4?
Well, first off, this is a very overwhelming game, but you know, it was a nice place to visit once again. It's a big friggin' world, and the other thing too is like just, you know, there's so many things you're used to with MMOs and the fact that they are on PCs, and then when you get to consoles, it's a different thing. I mean, I think one of the big things here is that they've ditched the subscription now, so
just buy the game and you're good to go.
It's a much better deal now than it used to be. I have to say, off the top, I was kind of impressed with how it looks.
For an MMO, you always expect a little bit of kind of graphical simplicity in an MMO, but it still had that Elder Scrolls sense of awe you get being in the world.
Yeah, so I like that about it. But my problem with this game is in the Elder Scrolls games, there's such amazing solo experiences, and now it's this somewhat interesting solo experience with crowds everywhere doing exactly what you're doing. You know, like it's like, oh, kill that guy, and 5 other guys are trying to kill that guy. Oh, go talk to that guy. 5 other guys are all around.
Greetings, Milksop.
We did not do the deepest dive in the world this game, but people are around all the time, which just shatters any illusion of immersion.
I mean, you got a console crowd involved here now, which is good. And I like the fact the game handles really well with the PS4 controller. They've done a good job of mapping your abilities and your skills to the controller. You can choose what you want to be activated by the different face buttons. You can choose a range of items and emotes and things to map to the D-pad. That's all good. I mean, it's a pretty good job of bringing what is a keyboard-heavy game to the controller. One of the definite downsides I found with this game is because so many people use headsets and mics to the PS4, whenever you're in the world, you're in an open chat channel. So I'd be like, go along on my horse, like, dude, wow, it's like, the world's amazing. I feel so immersed in the world of Elder Scrolls. And I get to like some merchant, and then there's some guy going, he's like playing like rap or something like that. I'm like, oh my God, I hate everyone else in this game.
Red diamond,
well met.
I immediately muted all the player chat, which takes that whole, like, why are you playing an MMO if you don't want to interact with anybody? And there's no real way, other than sending like really quick pre-canned chat messages, there's no way to type to people. You've got to talk or really nothing at all.
But the problem here is that what we're complaining about is you know, other people.
Yeah.
like we're not really complaining about the game.
No,
it's just jerks.
I mean, they're not even
you guys
jerks.
out there.
There was one time I'm on the beach, the pirate camp, and there's a lot of pirates around. This guy, level 41 dude, as a werewolf, I didn't know you could do that in this game, literally pouncing around the beach, killing pirates. I'm like, all right, that clears the way for me. That's cool.
But then there's the other problem that I have with it. You better have a rock-solid internet connection. Obviously, this is a MMO, so there are patches, they are fixing things, there are buggy things, expect to find them. But I was just shocked at how crappy I found my internet connection to be because I was dropping out a lot. And so I definitely had some issues playing a game and just sort of dropping out here and there. I mean, at times, you know, it was sailing along, it was perfectly fine. But, you know, that is one of these things you have to have for this game to work, which is a pain.
It's opening up. This is bad. This is very bad.
If you're playing an MMO, you know all the MMO stuff. You know that you're going to be with other people. You know there's going to be that level of kind of non-immersion when there's like 10 guys dancing around, you know, the monster you're supposed to be killing. The upside of that is you get help too. There were bosses that I were taking on that were a little too strong, or I'd be in trouble. I'd be running away, being pursued by 3 people, and all of a sudden 5 dudes would swoop in out of nowhere, way higher level than me, and kill all these guys that are chasing me. I'm like, thanks, dudes. And I'd wave, a little wave emote. I'd play my lute. I love the Elder Scrolls. I love the mythology. It was fun to get back into this world, but I just don't think MMOs are necessarily for me. You know, I just think I really want to just go into an adventure at my own pace, be the main character in this world, and not share it. I'm not good at sharing it. I do not play well with others. The game itself is really good.
The game itself is quite good. And it looks really well and runs really well. Like I said, I had some issues. The internet connection, that's on me, not on them. I think it is a good introduction if you are not a PC gamer.
That's true. I think it's a good way to get people who have maybe never played an MMO into the MMO world with the familiarity of the controller, the familiarity of the PS4. It is really good at that. I mean, yeah, the knocks were forgiving. And there's other people who probably have really great experiences with strangers and or are the people who go in and help the newbies like us. So the game itself, it plays really well on the PS4. It looks good on the PS4. The controller stuff works really well on the PS4. I would turn off the chat stuff right away so I get annoyed by.
And I like the fact that
people.
the subscription stuff is gone.
Yeah.
So no, that's one of those things that I hate.
The game itself is actually really fun. They've done a great job of putting it on the PS4. I'm going to give Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Unlimited an 8 out of 10.
7.5 for me.